Hey guys, it's Sonia coming on live. Matt is here. Tiki's here. You know, where's Stanley Cat?
He's upstairs in bed.
I'm surprised. Oh, he knows that heat rises and it's way warmer up there on the second level of the shop. That's our boy. That's our kitty cat. How's everybody out there? What's that? Yeah, I know, right? I wish I could be like, well, I mean, this is the closest. We're hunkered down. We're going to do some painting. We're hanging out. I got real life plants behind me, and it's the only green things in view because everything else is just white. We are in blizzard conditions. So if you don't know, we've been on this planet that I affectionately, oh, the heat just kicked on, yes. Affectionately called Planet Elsa. I'm pretty sure this is it. We're on it. Coming to you from Lake Erie. We are in Erie, PA. I do, but you know what? I'm over it. We have had snow, major snowfall. We've been under an ice snow emergency, kicked in, Thanksgiving evening, Thursday of last week. So it's still going on. It just seems like there's just bands of lots of snow. And so now we're under blizzard conditions and it's whiteout conditions and it is full on winter. And I don't know if I'm built for winter anymore, friends. I don't know. I now understand why everybody has decided to move south, and I think it's pretty smart. Are you somebody?
It's the person who is from the land of reindeer.
I know. Like I said, I know I'm from the land of snow and ice, but I just, I could really use some heat and sunshine. So where's everybody out there watching from? Make me jealous. Make me jealous. We're going to play a game called Make Sonia and Matt Jealous. Tell us where you are, and come on. Are you cruising somewhere? What are you doing? By the way, I'm working on a thrift piece today. Hey, Shannon, Sheila, Libby, Deb is on here. Are you originally from a snowy, cold place? Are you from a warm place? And are you somebody that moved from a cold place to a warm place, or vice versa? Tell me all your weather. I want to know your weather story, okay? So this is a piece of decor that I picked up at Goodwill, and as you know, I started my art website, kicked off. By the way, I've been running my sale on my prints for the last week. I still have not turned it off, so I will soon. So if you want to get one of my art prints signed by me, go check it out. I'm building out my website, and one of the categories that I want to start on there, if you go over there, it's SoniaMillerArt.com or Junk Monkey Paint. The different categories right now are Junk Monkey Paint, which is our artist set of paints. One of my boxes is here somewhere. I'm just going to trust me on it. And then it's a 12-set of acrylic paint set. 12-set acrylic paint set. And then we have the category of original paintings, and then the category of prints. And by the way, for my kitty cat, somebody messaged and said, hey, will you sell this guy? What I'm going to do is turn the kitty cat into prints. Such a cozy kitty cat. Don't we love the kitty cat? Has flowers on her sweater. She's gorgeous. I had to give her a sweater because it's so cold. We tried to put a sweater on Stanley the other day. He was not having it. He's
how old?
It's like his legs stopped working or something. He just started lowering to the ground. Karen says, need to see Matt. I haven't seen him in a long time. From Iowa, very cold and high winds. Yeah. So Matt is here, and our shop is open. Usually me and Matt are not in the same room unless it's over by the register. I'm over here in my art space, and so he's keeping an eye across the way if any customers come in, because he's going to have to leave. But do you want to say hello real quick?
Hello.
Lean over. Holler.
I'm like Grizzly Adams right now. Yeah, I'm not in any.
Grizzly Adams?
Yeah.
We've been on this planet for how long now?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, yeah, it just, I kid you not, friends. It just feels like we've been in a holding position.
Well, we were forced to be closed from Black Friday through Monday. So
We were, we had to be closed. We had, so Thursday evening getting prepared for what you would anticipate to be Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. There was none. Nobody had one in town. Everybody closed, sought shelter. And so we were closed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then we reopened, how many days? What are we on now? We opened on Tuesday, right? Yeah. We reopened on Tuesday.
The weather's terrible.
And the weather's terrible. We're here. If anybody wanders in,
Not saying anything, but
you know.
just saying.
What are you saying?
About, they could have done a lot more to prevent the problems they had if they would have just got ahead of the plowing.
Yeah, it does feel like, yeah, we ventured out once. I had to get medication, and I had to pick up a prescription. And so what's happened is what you thought was only going to be like, okay, it's yay, snowstorm. No, it's turned into a lifelong event. Lifelong event. Somebody just said, I think they're in, Deborah says, can't make you jealous from Pittsburgh. I hate cold weather and snow. My grandson lives in Arizona and I can't wait to visit there. I know. Cannot wait myself to get out that way. You know it's bad because I just can tell Matt's thinking as well. We've been together for a long time and we're very different, but we're also very much alike. And anyhow, it was so funny. I walked into the room the other day and I saw Matt pulling up. Well, first it starts, he pulls up on, I don't know, some Zillow or something like that.
I always.
I know.
Every week I check.
He checks to see what property is available, specifically somewhere in a warmer climate, right? And see what's available. And yeah, at one point we were convinced that we wanted to move to Nevada above Area 51. Do you remember that?
Well, that was a great piece of property.
See, that was a great piece of property.
It had what was it? It was 200 acres and had 7 mines on it.
I'm pretty sure my parents at this point, even though, your kids are always your kids, so it doesn't matter how old you get, but I'm pretty sure my mother and father are just like, what is Sonia doing now? We don't know. She's just doing her own thing.
But it was a great piece of property with tons of mines on it. Yeah. And it overlooked there. You could look right down Area 51.
And we were like, crazy. Oh my gosh. Because, we sell crystals. We like to mine crystals. So that's not too far from reality, right?
Right.
How pretty that is. That's my outline. So anyway, I started to say real quick before we get back to the mining. And we tell you about our mining dreams. So I got this thrifting for... We do mine.
We're miners.
We are. Okay. Mind your own business. All right. So we're all miners, yes. But I decided what I'm going to do is take some of my thrift finds and jazz them up with my artwork. And then I'm going to start a new category on my website just for little, touches that I've given to pieces that I found. So anyway, that's what I'm doing, right? Hey, Ev, Melanie's on here. Kip's on here. Debbie's on here. But yeah, this piece of property that we found, and it sold, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Just as we were going to go out and look at it while we were out there because we just happened to be out there.
Well,
it got snatched up quick.
Yeah, it did. It didn't take very long for it to go away, right? But it was above Area 51, and we were like, "Oh, this would be cool."
When we mean above Area 51,
it was
literally above Area 51.
Yeah,
you can see it on Google Maps. You look right down onto the runway.
Funny. So then, of course, we would have opened a retreat, invited you all, be like, yeah, come stay. We'll paint. We'll watch the aliens. The weather would be great. So tell me if you would have been down for that. Because, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we're open to things like that. So I do know, though, that we start to get a little like cabin crazy. You know what I mean? Snow crazy. Typically it happens later in the year, but we've had so much snow here so quickly. You feel it now, right? And we're like the cat that Stanley starts digging out plants, just loses his mind, needs to touch grass. So then I see Matt this week, about probably day 3 into it, I want to say? Yeah. Pulling up the listings.
Yeah, visiting the old, my old, what was it? My old, like things that you're like, that would be cool.
Right. Things that you're interested in. Yeah. Right. Out west.
I've been looking at these forever.
Yes. So, yeah. So then he's like, I want to show you this Earth ship that's available. So we have gone down the path of Earth ships. Okay. We've been,
I've been down that path for
many times, but snow will do that. It will be,
Haven't thought about it in a couple of years.
You live in the snow, and you will start thinking about things that you haven't thought of in a long time, and you're willing to move. You're just willing to move, okay? So,
let's qualify that. If we were back near a ski resort again, I think
hey, Melissa, Sylvia. What? I think winter's easier if you're really actively involved with it.
Right.
But if you're stuck in a place and you're more or less trapped, like The Shining, then it doesn't have the same vibe, right? Tell me if you believe. So what do you guys think? Are you snow lovers? Are you like, please keep that where you have it? We don't want it. You know?
Oh, you want it.
Do you want it? We can make arrangements.
Yeah, we can put it in a truck and drive it to you.
Linda says, hello. I haven't seen you for a long time, Linda. Hi, guys. Love your hat. Thank you. A friend of mine gave me this one. It's a homemade hat. And I think it came from Etsy, and she gave it to me. And I'm like, I love that. Matt said the other day, it's kind of like you have a mushroom on your head. I'm like, that's cool, too. I love it. I love it. You know, I grew up where knitting and things like that in a cold climate and just the culture, there's a lot of handmade things. And I think when you're young, you think about, oh, I don't want anything handmade. I don't want handmade gloves. I don't want a handmade scarf or a hat. You know, I want like a pre-made one. I need to go to the store and pick it up. And there's a little bit of embarrassment when you're younger, right? And, you know, now it's like, it's the whole idea of like, I miss cooked vegetables. When you were young, you thought you didn't like vegetables. And now you'd give anything to have somebody put a plate of vegetables in front of you. But yeah, you have a new appreciation for homemade, hand-knitted items because, you know, it is a art and it's beautiful. And it's warm. So I love my hat. Plus I gave Matt my other one the other day. It does look like a mushroom. It's just like a really, really squishy hat, right? Like a slouch hat, you know what I'm saying? I love it though. It's nice and big, and so, you know, if I put my hair up in ponytail or anything, it has room for it. Yeah, you know, anybody else? Just at a point in your life, you just wear what you like. Who cares about anybody else, what they think? Let them wonder. Let them wonder. Put some leaves. Oh, I gotta go. All right. Holler if you need me. Matt's gone over to check out a customer. Somebody has braved the elements. We've been getting lots of calls. Lots of calls. So what's everybody else working on today? What day is it? Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Hey, Gloria, Renee. But yeah, did you grow up with somebody in your family that did just like, you know, they knit? Maybe you're the person that knits. Oh my gosh. I love thinking back to all the pairs of gloves and things. Mom probably still has them in a stash. We used to have this box in the closet, and it would have all the homemade stuff, like, you know, that relatives had given to us, big knitters in my family, and makers and creators. And we would, so before you go out, you dig through the box and you hope you got the matching set, because if your brother or your sister got there before you did, they might have took the nice gloves, like it was a real thing. And then you'd have odd gloves and you'd be so embarrassed, like, you know, I can't go to school with odd gloves. Also can't put a hat over my bangs because I just did it with hairspray. And we know, you know, you're going to look awful when you take your hat off, so you might be freezing to death. But, you know, you got to look good. Right? Hey, Sharon and Betty. So if you're just joining me, you're hanging out with me here up on Lake Erie, where visibility is low. We're doing some painting. Painting a thrift find. So I just showed you what it looked like. And I want to start a section on my website with thrift finds, but what it's going to have is like my painting on it as well. So you can find some cool wooden stuff. So that's what I'm up to. I'll show you what it looks like. What it looks like and where I am. Do you have any memories like that, though, when you were a kid, about knitted stuff and going to school? When you were younger, you know? Now you're grateful to have a handmade knitted hat that somebody did for you. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I kid you not. I can hear the ice blowing up against the side of the building. Yep. Renee says, Oh, really? Where was that to? SF, is that San Francisco? Or what does SF stand for? Renee says, on a positive note, you didn't have an earthquake. Oh my gosh. I know, right? Just tell yourself. We don't have natural disasters like earthquakes here. Although there was one on I think the Ohio border I saw like not that long ago, within the last 2 weeks. I'm like, what? I've only experienced one earthquake since I moved to Pennsylvania, and I was in a basement level of a building. That's where I worked. I'm like, why does it feel like everything is shaking? But it was quick, it was over, but I remember that feeling, right? Very, very weird feeling. But yeah, we don't have, although there was an alligator in the lake this summer that I don't know if they ever got, but you know, they don't have alligators here. You know, there's a lot of natural disasters that you don't have. So that's all you just have to keep telling yourself, right? San Francisco. Wow. How big was that one? And earthquakes all over. Do you hear that? Can you hear the wind? It's just howling, and it's starting to get dark now. So, you know, because at this time of the year, it goes from morning to night. Yeah, you get to about, you know, I'm a night owl, so yeah, I still feel like, you know, our shop opens at 11 o'clock, and that's the start of my day to me. So morning rolling back in again tonight goes so quickly. Tell me if you too feel that. Yeah, the time change and then this weather. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So Matt made some noodles and some beef last night with like a broth, and made a big old pot of it, and we had it last night, and he made so much that there's more of it for today. So once I'm done, I get to have a really nice supper, like leftovers. And he put it in the Instapot, is what he did. So he made a big old pot of it, and it's really nice because, you know, you can just go when you don't have to make anything. Holy smokes, 7 on the scale. That's a pretty big one. That had to be scary. That had to be scary. All right, who's ready to see my flowers? My floral. What have you guys been getting into? What's your craft du jour? What is your craft of the day? I know you have many, but what's your obsession right now that you're into? You'll have to let me know, because there's so many good ones. So of course I won't be able to get out thrifting for a bit. I don't even know if the thrift stores are open. I don't know what's going on out there. All I know is I'm here. I ventured out once, and that was enough. The roads were like a washboard, and there was just, yeah, it was not good on your car. And I did hear that there's reports of mufflers on the road, and just under, like, stuff from underneath your car. If you have a brake line hanging low or anything like that, holy smokes, I don't know, man. I don't know what the roads are like now, but we're hunkering down. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Are you ready to see it? And then I'll leave it, come back to it. Eat some beef and noodles. Hey, Becky and Bev's on here. So I put some flowers. There we go. Love that. This is one of those, and I'm going to have to do the same thing, of course, on the other side. But, yeah, so this is like a solid wood. It's got the knots into it, and you can see it's a naughty, it's a very naughty piece of decor, you know, definitely on Santa's naughty list. But yeah, you could put like some candles, some greenery in there. I don't know, put whatever you want, store whatever you want in there, but I thought it was really pretty. So yeah, there we go. Pretty happy with that. Just kind of gave it my touch. Love it. Just something happy, right? I love the happy art. So the happy art. All right, friends, I'm going to go. I already told you what's on the menu for supper. I see we've got a few customers that have joined in, so I'm gonna go over, see if they need any help. And I'll see you guys back again real soon. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully your day is awesome. Bye.